Welcome to a new video! Yay! So I was really nervous that I wasn't going to get to film anything because I've been super busy and I never film on Tuesdays, and today is Tuesday, so I'm excited to be filming on Tuesday. Even though, please excuse this face because I look like shit, okay? I had to work today and you know, I did my eyebrows, but for some reason they don't look the best, and then I put some mascara on and that don't look the best. So yeah, I have no foundation or nothing else on, and I just look really crappy on camera, so oh well. You guys are gonna have to deal with it. Really excited to be filming. I was cleaning the house today, and normally when I clean houses I kind of brainstorm in my head. Kind of keeps me occupied while I'm cleaning of what videos I'm going to film for YouTube. So an idea just popped up in my head actually today. It's been in my head before, but I wasn't really sure how I felt about filming it. But today I just kind of decided why not. I should just film it because maybe it'll help somebody. And yeah, what I'm going to be filming is my birth control experience and tips, and what I like about birth control and what I don't like about birth control. So it's really random. This is obviously a girly subject, so if a guy is watching this video, you probably don't want to watch this video. Then again, I don't know, guys. Some guys might be interested in this video. If your girlfriend or your wife or whatever is getting ready to go on birth control, maybe you want to watch it. I don't know. I don't really know how good I'm going to be at explaining. I really suck at these types of videos, but I like to make them anyways, and I feel like if I can give somebody some advice or just help somebody, then why not make a video about it? And I am no way a health expert, just want to start off by saying that, and that I do not know everything. I'm not a doctor, so this is all based on my personal experience with birth control. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. This is just like a really odd topic. Like I said, this is more for girls, I feel like, and it's personal. So I really didn't know how I felt about making the video, but I'm not really the same person that I used to be. I used to feel very uncomfortable talking about birth control, sex, all that kind of stuff. Like, I would never really make a video about it. I did do a sex tag like a year or two ago, and I wasn't really 100% comfortable in that video, but I really just, overall, I've matured, I feel like, through the years, and I feel like I'm probably at my maturest level I've ever been at. So yes, I started taking birth control when I was 22 years old. I am now 26, so you can do the math how long I've been taking birth control. And I have been taking the pill form of birth control. There's obviously the Mirena, there's just a shot. I'm not really sure what that one's called. I don't know what they're all called, but I know there's different forms of birth control out there for girls and women. So I chose to take the pill because I felt like that was the most comfortable choice for me, and I just felt like I was going to try that before I tried anything else, and would hope that I wasn't allergic to it or anything like that. So thankfully I was not allergic to it, and I overall didn't have really any too severe side effects, but I do want to talk to you guys about what I've experienced with it. I am from, if you're going to go on birth control, I go to a place called the health department here in my town, and basically before insurance got like all crazy and stuff, it was free to go there. Yearly appointment, which was to get a Pap Smear. And once you got your Pap Smear, they would give you birth control for free. And so to even get the birth control though, you had to go through the Pap Smear, which for years I was terrified of. Like, I did not want to get one, and like people kept telling me, okay, you're how old and you probably need to get one. And I was like, yeah, but I'm not sexually active, I didn't need one. But you know what, it really doesn't matter if you're sexually active or not. You should get a Pap Smear because it helps determine if you have any abnormal cells in your body that could turn into cancer and stuff that you just don't really even ever want to think about having, like terrifying shit, basically. So it's good to get those done. Please, if any young girls are watching this video, do not feel terrified or afraid to get a Pap Smear. I know I was. I want to be honest, I was really terrified for years. I didn't get one for the first time until I was going on birth control, which I was 22, which I felt like I should have probably had one done before that, and I wasn't sexually active until I was 22, so I'm a late bloomer, okay? But it doesn't matter. I feel like it's important just to get it done and out of the way, and don't feel ashamed or embarrassed. Really, it's normal. Everybody gets it done. It's quick, it's over in like a few seconds. I swear it does not take long, and it's awkward. I will tell you that. It's awkward, but it's not like the end of the world. It's just something that you should do because it's healthy for your body, and it's good to know what is going on in your body. So it's a good thing to do, so you should do it if you haven't. Okay, anyway, it's not the point of this video. This might have to be a two-part video because I don't really know how much I want to get into this video and how much I want to say, because I feel like I have a lot to say, but I'm not really good at putting everything together. I'm kind of, you know, you guys know how I am in my videos. I'm really hard to explain anything. Like, I feel like I just want to say a lot, but it takes forever. So I'm sorry if this turns into like a two-part video. Will you guys be okay with that? I hope so. So back to my story. I went to the health department, got my Pap Smear for the first time, hated it, but got it over with, and they gave me birth control. The very first form of birth control that I was given was probably the highest dose, I think. It was a yellow pack of ortho-tricycline, which is a popular form of pill birth control, and I took it for a month or two. And that's another thing I just wanted to say, is if you are taking birth control for the first time, you want to take it for at least a month or two to get it in your system so your body can get used to that, just to be safe before having sex. If you're not using any other form of protection, you want to like give the pill a little bit of time to adjust and for you to be adjusted with it as well. So I waited obviously before I ever did anything, and the very first thing that happened to me was that I started feeling really strange down there one day, and I didn't really know what it was because I have never had any issues before, and like I said, I was never sexually active, so I didn't have problems. So I started feeling like a kind of like itchiness down there, and it kind of just felt weird. I kind of felt some pain down there, but like not a lot. And like the next thing I knew, I had what a lot of people get in their, a lot of girls get in their lifetime, a yeast infection. And I was just kind of like, what? I got a yeast infection? Like, really? Like, I never would have thought that I would have got one of those. Like, you know, my mom has told me when, you know, my mom has obviously had her share of those, and I didn't really know what to expect. I never had one before, and it's terrifying when you never had something and then you get it and you just like what the hell is this? You know, this sucks. This is terrible. This is miserable, and it sucked. So anyways, I got the over-counter stuff to clear that up, and it worked. Obviously, yeast infections aren't a big deal. You can clear those up without going to the doctor, which is great. Mine was cleared up in like, I forget, a week or so, and I was like, okay, hopefully I don't ever get one of those again. Don't know what I did wrong or what I didn't do wrong, you know. So I didn't really do my research because I was like, hopefully I won't get one ever again. Wrong. So like the next month comes, like especially after I had my period is mainly when I would get one. So I don't know if it was like my hormones in there changing. That just sounded weird. So next month come and I got another one, and I was like, oh my god, am I gonna have to look forward to this every single month? So basically for like a few months I kept getting reoccurring yeast infections. So I went back to my health care provider and told them what was going on, and they said, oh well, it could be the birth control we put you on because it was a high dose or something. Could have just, the hormones in the birth control pill could have just maybe had yeast infections. So they took me off of the one that they gave me first and put me on to a another one. I think it was like maybe a medium dose or something. I'm not really sure. Can't really remember because this was a few years ago. So so yeah, they gave me a new one to take, and I started taking it. Didn't have any issues with it. Everything was fine. And then one day I was home in my apartment when me and my husband lived in town. We lived in like an apartment, and it's really weird to even think back on this because I just remember this day. But I remember feeling like the urge to go to the bathroom. Like I had to pee really, really bad. And so I went and peed, but the feeling didn't go away even after I peed. I was like, oh, this is weird. I never experienced this before. And then after time went by, I started feeling a lot of burning down there and a lot of pressure and just like that constant urge to pee. I was so miserable, and I remember being on the toilet and just being like, oh my god, this sucks so bad. Like, I am a huge baby. Whenever like anything, like whenever I get sick or whenever anything happens to me, I'm like one of them people that turn it into like, oh my god, this is the end of the world. I just want it to go away. I want to be cured. And I'm always the type of person, like, I'll go and get what I need to take care of whatever the problem is because I don't like being sick. I'm a baby, honestly. So so I had my husband go down to the store, and I think he got me like XoBranXo that you buy over the counter. Okay, it's for urinary tract relief. I found that that's probably what I had. I didn't know, but I called my mom before I got the medicine, and I was telling her what was going on, and she's like, you got a urinary tract infection. And I'm like, no. I was like, I never have had one of these in my entire life. Like, why? Like, what is going on? So I went and got that XoBranXo stuff, and it didn't clear it up. Turned my pee orange, I think, and that was basically the life changer for me, is that my pee turned orange. And I was miserable for like days. And finally, I mean, my mom had told me that I need to go to the doctor for that, and I was just like, my god, why don't they make something for women that's over the counter so you don't have to go to the doctor? Especially for women that get reoccurring ones. I mean, it's like, you know what you have, but why you gotta go to the doctor? Why can't you just get a prescription called in, you know? It's just like really unnecessary, I think. But that's a whole nother topic of talking about that shit. So anyways, I ended up going to the doctor. They gave me an antibiotic or whatever. Yeah, antibiotic. Yeah, brand, yeah. And it cleared it up. I was back to my normal self. A couple months went by. I got another urinary tract infection. So these were like reoccurring for probably over a year for me. And finally I got put on a low dose birth control. And that really seemed to help with the yeast. I didn't have a yeast infection for like the longest time. And the urinary tracts, which I just had one back in January. It's now like, was it January? Or no, I don't remember what it was now, but it was a few months ago. I did get a urinary tract, but that was because I didn't drink enough water, and that's another thing that I felt like was wrong, that I wasn't drinking enough, and I got another one. So I've been getting them about every 6 months or so. It seems like every 6 months I might get a urinary. If I don't drink enough water, that's when I get one, and it's always after my period for some reason. If any of you other girls out there are like that, leave me a comment down below and like let me know, because like, I don't know if it's, I've read online that it is caused by birth control. Like, it can be. Like, I read that. I read that yeast infections and urinary tracts can be caused by birth control, but like, I don't know if that's for everybody or if my body's just changing as I'm getting old. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and break this into the next part of the video. I'm sorry this is gonna be 2 parts. I knew it would be because I can't get everything out in enough time. So yeah, that'll be the end of part 1, and stay tuned for part 2. I hope you guys are interested in what I've been telling you so far, and we're gonna get more into the topic of the birth control itself in part 2. So yes, stay tuned for part 2. I love you guys. Subscribe to my channel. I make new videos every single week. Thumbs up this video if you like story time videos and advice videos, even though I'm not the greatest at it, but I like to just tell you guys what I've experienced anyways. So yes, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in part 2. Bye.